Hello everyone, dear friends. In today's video, I'd like to show you a great idea of how to make with your own hands a cool machine for crafting floats. As a result, we get such cool floats. They are all the same, literally millimeter to millimeter, so this is not a commonplace idea of how to make a float with a screwdriver, or how to make a lathe and polish the styrofoam on it, something like that. This is some more cool, so watch the video to the end, I think you will like it. So for the crafting of such a machine we need a base. I will use the piece of plywood sheet, 2 machine screws with screw nuts, 2 wood screws, and metal corners. By the way, you can make the metal corners yourself, taking a piece of metal sheet, or just buy ready-made ones like mine. We will also use nichrome thread, preferably choose the thicker one so that it does not deform when heated. My wire diameter is 0.8 millimeters. And to warm up the thread, we will use the power supply. I will use the Soviet-old, reliable, good quality power supply. It has a lot of values. We will need 9, 12 or 18 volts, so you have to choose it yourself. So let's get to work. First of all, we draw a line in the center of the plywood sheet. We make place marks at a distance of 13 centimeters. Drill 2 holes for the machine screws and mount the metal corners. The manufacturer pre-made 3 holes in the metal corners that we use, of which we will need top 2. And now we make cuts with a hacksaw at one of the holes. Fasten 1 machine screw on each side. Now we need to cut off a piece of nichrome thread and, most importantly, don't stretch it, but conversely, leave a little reserve. After you have screwed the nichrome thread, bend it so that we get half the shape of the float. The main part is ready now, we just need to fasten the wires from the power supply. Before we test the homemade machine, we will need to cut these billets of bars made of foam. You don't have to cut it carefully. Even rough burrs may remain. All of this will be cut off nicely. After that, we take a barbecue skewer, pierce it strictly in the center, turn on the power supply in the socket. Given the length and thickness of the nichrome thread, it turned red using 20 volts, so I'll switch the terminal to 9 volts. That's why I say choose individually, because it all depends on the length and thickness of the nichrome thread. Now we take our blank, insert it into the slots and spin it. The saying is the first pancake is a lump. This is all due to the fact that the nichrome thread is still too hot. Now let's lower it from 9 to 4.5 volts. As you can see, with a little experience, changes and manipulations, you can achieve insanely good results. All the complexity of this homemade consists only in the bend of the thread. The symmetry of the float as well as the quality and shape depend on the bending of the wire. In general, if you bend it correctly, you will get a perfect float. Well, in the process of crafting this machine, the idea of automating it arose so that you can insert the workpiece, click on the button, and you have a ready-made float. So if you are interested in this idea, be sure to write about it in the comments. And by the way, don't forget to click on the bell, please. Many people ask where the new videos are. They still come out just because you don't have the bell pressed, you don't get notifications about new videos. Thank you for your support, have a good day, bye-bye.